There needs to be a scientific study done on how and why they keep trying to play with us. Because did you know that your hair, our black hair, is now called a cloud bob? If you have an afro, it is no longer an afro. Ew. That is so 2025. Your afro is now called a cloud bob.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
So apparently Vogue dropped an article about the 17 hairstyles that you can do for thick hair, and it fits any kind of texture, any kind of hair. And one of the hairstyles was a cloud bob. A cloud bob. And the picture that they used to define this cloud bob was Miss Tracy Ellis Ross. I don't know about you, but I wonder if they get approval for these pictures, because I can't imagine Miss Tracy was like, yes, here's my picture, and yes, call it a cloud bob. So I don't think, because she has like a whole hair brand, right? Like I think it's called Pattern Beauty or something, but she has a whole hair brand around, you know, black hair and taking care of your hair and da-da-da-da. So I can't imagine Miss Tracy knew that they was finna call her hair a cloud bob. Ciao. And you know, with the internet, like whenever something happens, you know people are gonna come through with the jokes. So I was just like going through TikTok, just keying. You know what? I'm gonna put some here because they were actually really funny. Wait. Okay, so this one, let's play it. Like, girl, you know what? That's gonna be my favorite style. A little cloud bob. You know, a quick little, not a quick little wash and go, a quick little cloud. You know, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I feel like a cloud, child. I feel like putting my hair into a cloud. Miss Barbiana. You know? Oh my God, there were so many. And I think there was another one, wait, because they're so funny to me.
This is no longer an afro, it's a cloud bob.
What's your name, B.O.B., so they calling you Bob? Stop playing, you know that I'm known for the Bob.
And you know what the most annoying part of all of this is? Like, I know so many of us have gone through, you know, life where our natural hair in its natural state was called, you know, unkept. You know, you should put some gel in that. You should style it. You should, you know, girl, get some braids. And up until recently, and I think still including now, our natural hair wasn't and still isn't considered professional. It's not something that you go into work, like if you have braids in, whatever in, and you go into work, it's not considered a professional hairstyle. And these people now have the nerve, the balls, the gall to rebrand our hair, to gentrify what we have had on our head for centuries and generations, to fit and make it sound trendy. It's trendy. I made a trend. It's a cloud bob.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Especially in Hollywood, because I've come across so many like black actresses who were like, when they were in their shows or movies, whatever, they could not find a hairstylist for them. You telling me out of all the black stylists we have in the world, y'all couldn't find out one of them to go in there and do these actresses' hairs the way they're supposed to take care of them the way they're supposed to? And there's so many of them that came forward and said, you know, this is what I had to deal with. Like, I had to do my own hair. My mom had to do my hair. Like, my hair got ripped out because of this, this, and this. So the nerve of you to now take what we've had to basically suffer through, because while our hair is beautiful, we don't live in a world that considers us and our hair beautiful. So the nerve of you to now try to flip it and make it trendy and cool, and, you know, let's change it from the afro, ew, to the cloud bob. Are we joking? Before I get any further into this video, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Dar, short for Darlene. If this is your first time coming to my channel and seeing me, I just want to say welcome. Please subscribe, because your girl is trying to, you know, build a community and get some money off of this YouTube. If you're coming back, thank you so much for being so loyal. I will keep seeing you in the next videos to come because your girl is consistent. Anyways, I'm done. We could go back to the video now. Oh, and I think there's like a specific like series. I never watched it, but I did come across it. But there was like a little like documentary made about how actresses are treated in Hollywood when it comes to their hair. Wait, let me see if I can find it and then I'll put it in.
Say, oh, I can do black hair. Child, they couldn't do black hair.
There were many a days when I walked into a hair and makeup trailer and there was not one person that looked like me.
One of my first jobs, the lady had a comb and a blow dryer with the heat up too much, where literally a chunk of my hair snapped off, and had the balls to use sky blue eyeshadow and this dusty pink lipstick. I looked nuts.
I've found myself more times than not being orange or ashy.
And when they have you out here looking like Casper the Friendly Dead Ghost. Like, can you put something on a bitch that makes sense? Now I have flashbacks. They got me having flashbacks.
And that's been my experience for a majority of my career. Except for when I'm on sets like Think Like a Man or like a predominantly black cast where I can just like rest, you know what I'm saying?
But how crazy is that? Because these aren't like small little actresses. These aren't people that we, you know, they haven't made it yet or something like that, you know? Like these people are staples in Hollywood, at least in black Hollywood. And they're in, you know, big spaces. And still, they are basically made to fend for themselves when it comes to their hair and makeup. And the only times that they feel comfortable is when they are in groups where there are other, you know, black people. Like, are we okay? Are we okay? Like, it is 2026. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we're just too grown. Like, how are our brains not yet developed to understand that these are just like basic human needs? Like, if I'm in a movie and everyone else is getting the hair that they need, the makeup that they need, why would you not take the time? Like, that's just disrespectful. Why would you not take the time to make sure that me, who's also an actress in this movie, is also taken care of the way that I need? Like, that is just straight disrespect. So, and so this whole cloud bob thing, it took me back. When I heard it, my brain said, ooh, like it traveled through time. Because this is not the first, the last, or whatever time that they have done this. Remember when Miss Kim K wore some braids? I think they're called Fulani braids. Remember when Miss Kim K put some braids in her head and she said, these are Bo Derrick braids? Who the hell? First of all, before she said that, maybe it's just me, but I had no idea who Miss Bo, is it Bo Derrick? Bo Derrick, yeah. I had no idea who Miss Bo Derrick was. Never heard of her. Who is she? I'm sorry to that man, but I didn't know who she was.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing.
So the fact that, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I don't know if I'm just not in the know. I don't know. But all I know is I never in my life associated Miss Bo Derrick with braids. So this cloud bob thing is not the first time that these people have played with us. Celebrities have played with us. Freaking Vogue magazine has played. This is not the first time, and I don't think it's gonna be the last time. And the thing is, I'm not against people trying hairstyles. Like, you know, I know there are some people who are like really offended if, I don't know, an Asian girl gets braids. To me, I don't necessarily care that much. But where I do have a problem is where you wear those braids, or, you know, you take that style and you try to make it like it's yours, or you try to turn it into a trend. This isn't a trend. I saw a TikTok that explains it like so much better. So I'm gonna play it real quick so we could get a quick history lesson from this beautiful girl here.
Remember when Kim Kardashian coined this hairstyle Bo Derrick braids and Western media just ran with it? Well, what we have here is a lie, so I thought I'd talk about the actual hairstyle and put it into its historical context. These are actually Fulani braids, and no, their origin story doesn't begin with Kim K or an 80s rom-com. They're actually named after the Fulani people, also called Fula, Peul, or Fulbe. The Fulani are traditionally nomadic and also happen to be one of the largest ethnic groups in the Sahel region and West Africa.
If you want to watch the rest, her TikTok should be like there, her TikTok handle, and I'll put it there too if you want to go to her page and watch the rest. But I just wanted to show, like, this goes deep. Like, these braids, these hairstyles, these trends that people take and try to make their own, or try to, you know, make it into something that it never was. These things go deep. Like, these things are steeped in culture and have been passed down from centuries to centuries, and it's a core part of certain cultures. You know what I'm saying? So for a celebrity who just has no idea where these things originated from, you know, to put it in your head and then now rename it, what is the reason? What is the reason? It's just a vibe, I'm not a guy. What is the reason?
What was the reason?
Like, how hard would it have been to just give the credit where the credit is due? How hard it would have been to put in an article about 17 styles for people, for basically black people, Afro. How hard would that have been? You had to rename the Afro. I saw this thing that was like, the only Cloud Bob that I recognize is Bob Ross. Wait, let me see if I can find it, because that like took me out. Not this is Cloud Bob. No, but it's so freaking true. Because what the hell? What the helly? Like, that is Cloud Bob. Like, if he came out and said the Cloud Bob and he put a picture of Bob Ross, I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. That is Cloud Bob. But to say Cloud Bob and put a picture of freaking Tracy Ellis Ross, that's where he lost me. And you know what this reminds me of? Remember that whole clean girl trend? That was like a whole thing. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. There was like a whole clean girl like aesthetic that was rising on social media. Like, everyone wanted to be a clean girl. And you know what the clean girl look was? A slick back pony or bob, whatever it was, with hoop earrings and clear lip gloss. Y'all are just okay. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember when everyone on social media was trying to be a clean girl? And then, you know what? Mind you, let me try to look it up now, because clean girl my age.
The clean girl aesthetic is all the rage right now, with her slicked back hair, glossy lips, and gold jewelry. But this look isn't exactly new. Today, it's attributed to celebrities like Hailey Bieber and Bella Hadid. But all of these style choices have been
So you're telling me they said that Bella Hadid created the clean girl look? You guys remember when hoop earrings were considered like ghetto and ratchet and for the streets? Remember that? So unprofessional. Hoop earrings, especially when they were past a certain size, like God forbid they were like maybe this big or something. You ghetto, you ratchet. Remember that? And then that was turned into a whole aesthetic for the clean girl. And I just looked up clean girl on TikTok. Guess who's not? Guess who I'm not seeing? Guess who I'm not seeing? Can you guess? Can you take an educated guess on who is not in the For You page on TikTok about clean girl? Can you guess who is? Because the majority of them are not brown girls. They're not black girls. It's not what I'm saying. I do remember there was like a lot of backlash about the clean girl look back then too. And then as with every trend, it kind of just faded away. And then, nobody was a clean girl anymore. But isn't it so funny that when we do it, it's ratchet, it's ghetto, it's unprofessional, it's unkept. When we do the hoop earrings, it's, she for the streets. But when does it, it's clean. It's beautiful. It's you know, it's just, ooh.
It's getting weird.
But you know what my thing is? I don't really mind if people take inspiration from other people. Like, you take inspiration from other cultures, because I think every culture does that. Like, every culture, because we're human beings, we take little pieces of other people and slowly it becomes part of our culture. So I have no problem with people taking inspiration. But there is a difference between taking inspiration and just taking. Like, when you take inspiration, you make sure you credit the person you took it from. You make sure that, you know, people are aware that this is not your idea. You took it from somewhere else. Versus you just stole it and you're trying to rebrand it and rename it so that the original owner, the original people that it came from are lost in translation. That is what I have a problem with. Like, normally I'm not really someone who's like super passionate about stuff like this, but and you know, that's not necessarily a good thing, because I think we should be passionate about things that affect us. But sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I'm tired. Like, I can't keep up with all the nonsense, with all the BS that they just keep dropping on our heads. But it comes to a point. It comes to a point. I don't know. All I know is they've been playing with us for so long, and I don't think it's gonna stop. I mean, I tried to go look for the actual article, and I think because of all the backlash that they were getting about the article, they ended up taking it down. So now instead of 17 hairstyles, it's 16. They took out the cloud bob, which I guess is a thing. Like, I guess is a good thing. But at the same time, don't you guys have editors? Like, before you post something, don't you have editors that look through it to make sure that, you know, you're not saying something crazy or you don't have typos, you know? And nobody saw that and said, wait a minute, Cloud Bobbiana, what the hell is that? Do we think this is a good idea? Like, no one saw that and said, hold up, wait a minute. I don't even know how to end this video, child. I'm just gonna say thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And if you like my Cloud Bob, let me know. Because what is going on? Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Mwah.